Hi guys and girls, Gallifrey Forever 97 and welcome to another B&M 2020 Doctor Who action figure review. Today I'm reviewing one of the two new 2-pack Dalek sets, kicking off the History of the Daleks range. This is the History of the Daleks 1 Collector Figure Set, and this is from, of course, the first Dalek story from 1963, literally when the show started, the Daleks. And this features two ordinary Daleks, as there was no Supremes or other ranks at this point. They were kind of all the same. One with a normal eye and one with a new eye variant, as these Daleks could kind of focus in on stuff and the actual eye would sort of zoom in and zoom out, a bit like what Spider-Man now does in the MCU. Before I take a look at the Daleks, let's take a look at the packaging. Now this is reminiscent of the B&M range from last year. It's kind of got the Jagger style plastic where you can see the two Daleks inside, the Doctor Who logo. On the left hand side you've got a massive version of the TARDIS graphic, just kind of face on. Tell us what the set is, the new Doctor Who logo, character options logos. On the back we got some great promotional images, plus some really extensive detail about the Dalek story, so you get a kind of synopsis of the whole story, and also the Dalek props that these are based on, as it kind of gives a bit of behind the stuff, explaining about the eye and also the markings on the back, which again I'll go into detail, but you can pause and read it now. But yeah, it's a really detailed thing. I really appreciate the write-up on this. So without further ado, let's get these Daleks out of the packaging. When you get the Daleks out of the packaging, you get to see the brilliant, unique background art. So this is based on obviously the corridor design of the Dead Planet Dalek story. So you've got the corridors which seem to go on for miles and miles. I really like the perspective. You've got the Dalek camera in the right hand corner. They're obviously based on the kind of background painting that they used to do for that story, but also could be used as a magician's apprentice / which is familiar type thing, as obviously that was kind of recreated again, this style of set. So I like how you could use it for both. But I really love they're making these background cards unique to the Dalek stories that these sets are based on. And here are the glorious Daleks out the packaging. Before I go on to the detail and comparing this to the original, let's take a look at the articulation. Now both are the same, so I'm going to use the new variant with the eye to go through the articulation. So the head can do the full 360, might be a bit stiff at first. The eye can go down and right up. I don't believe these are removable. The original, you could actually take out the eye, but this isn't. The plunger and exterminator gun is ball jointed. They move quite freely round in a 360 position. And of course, you've got the 3 wheels at the bottom, so you can move the Dalek in any way you want it to go and exterminate in. On to detail now, and these are just incredible sculpts based obviously on the original Dalek Classic Collector Set 1, which featured the Genesis Dalek, the Supreme Dalek from Planet of the Daleks, and of course this one. So it's an amazing sculpt, perfectly replicating the Dalek, a very simple kind of design. It's quite funny to look at these Daleks and see how far we've come, but the obviously principle is still there. So the main difference with these is the paint applications. With recent B&M sets, they make them more pop, and these seem more luminant and silver. It makes them more shinier, which they did last year with the Silver Nemesis Cybermen. Now I believe this mould is based on the sound effects release of the Dead Planet Dalek, not the original release back in 2008 or 2009 if I'm not wrong. Because you can actually see where the circle around the actual button used to press on the sound effects Daleks. I never got that version, but it seems like this is the mod they've based it on, so you can still see that. The paint applications are really good. Obviously you kind of got the matte underbase, obviously the dome, the gridding, you've got the black mesh. The blue Dalek bumps, as I like to call them, seem pretty good. It seems that the main colour is like a darker blue, and they've kind of added this really light blue on top, which is pretty okay. It seems like they could have maybe have blended it in a bit better, but it seems pretty okay. And at the bottom, they've added this really nice scuffing effect. Don't worry, you haven't got a damaged product. So it kind of makes it more authentic, having these like random scuffs, saying that the Dalek has been a bit more worn and been a few places, which I really, really love. So the minor little detail they've added on the back is the 1 and 2 lines that go across at the back. So this was because in the original show, when they used to film the episodes from the gallery, they know which Dalek was which. They say, oh, Dalek 1, Dalek 2, 3, 4. So they have the markings on the back. So that's really awesome. This obviously just goes to 1 and 2. If you buy more, I guess you could paint on or marker on your own. But no, this is a really nice idea. I love this little attention to detail they've added. They're both practically the same, apart from the number on the back and the new variant of this Dead Planet Dalek, which sees the eye stalk more focused in. So obviously there's a great scene in the original story. The Dalek goes a bit mental and starts screaming and hollering, and his eye sort of moves in and moves out. I was recently watching the Parallel Daleks animation, and obviously it continues through that. So I hope through these 60s Dalek sets they actually continue this, and I think obviously they've continued it with the second one which you've seen. But if they do any more, I'd love to see them carry this on. But yeah, it's just a simple repaint of the middle of the eye. So they've just painted the black more in, so there's less of a white. It's quite simple, but it's really effective, and it makes it really unique. So I really do like this little change. So really great upgrades from the original. So let's take a look at the original compared to these new ones. Comparing this new version to the original, which was released over 10 years ago, as you can see, the colours just pop more. I feel it's more of a better paint application, more shinier. There's a couple little tweaks. So the ears on the original were kind of like a yellowy plastic, and this is more of a transparent plastic on the new one. Also, the balls of the Dalek Exterminator and Plunger have been now painted silver, the same kind of luminant silver as the dome, middle section and bottom section, as opposed to the other one, which seems to be more scratched and bruised. As you kind of move around over the years, it does kind of seem to look like it's scratched. It does have a better finish, and of course the scuffs at the bottom, obviously now on this one, and obviously the original didn't have the original markings on. But the new one seems more appealing to the eyes compared to the original, but we've got to appreciate the original, because obviously if we didn't have this one, we wouldn't have this awesome sculpt today. And finally, here's a little diorama, as I did buy two quantities of this set. You got the First Doctor and his TARDIS in the background, and as I say, it's nice to have a mini army of Daleks. So what are my overall thoughts on this set? Was a great start to hopefully a new range of history of the Dalek sets. Hopefully we'll see many more classic stories, but this is great for people who missed out on the original. As I said, it was over 10 years ago, and the original does go for quite a lot of money, so I'm glad we're getting these brand new versions, and it's obviously an update in a good way. There's some amazing new details with the scuffs, the new eye variant, the number on the back. It's perfect for army building. So if you missed out on the original, highly recommend this one. It's a perfect start to the collection, starting from the beginning with the Dalek. Already now is a companions of the First Doctor set with Susan, Ian and Barbara. Now a nice recreation of the first Dalek story. So I hope you enjoyed my review today. Please comment, like and subscribe. Me, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Links to all of that in the description below. What are your thoughts on this History of the Dalek set? What do you think of the new eye variant? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. My next review will be the Dalek Invasion of Earth 2-pack set, the History of the Dalek set 2. So if you're not yet, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for that. Today I managed to pick up the last 3 sets that I needed. So obviously this one, the Dalek Invasion of Earth set, and I also managed to pick up the Second Doctor and TARDIS. So the other 2 reviews are coming very soon. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye!